What's up, citizens of Gotham? My name is Graham Elwood. You are watching and listening to the Political Vigilante, recorded live on Sunday, December 13th, 2020. It's a little after 3 o'clock Pacific time, 6 o'clock on the East Coast. What's up, everybody? Still muted? I don't think it's still muted. I don't think it is still muted. There we are. Yeah, we got it. Okay. Hello, everybody in the chat. 127 people watching. Please hit the like button, everybody. Share this out on your social media to let people know to join us in the chat. We got 83 likes. I am drinking a delicious vegan smoothie. I went on a bike ride earlier this morning. It's beautiful out. Organic unsweetened almond milk. A little more exciting than the John Tesh milk. Vegan protein powder. Unsweetened organic peanut butter. That's the secret. This Garden of Life vegan protein powder, which there was a deal on at this vitamin shop, and I was like, oh, I jumped on it. It tastes great. And then power greens, and then I got this tropical fruit blend at the Costco. Pineapple, mango, peaches, I don't know how tropical, strawberries, boom, and then I put a little half a banana in there. Organic banana. My speakers were muted. Oh, I love it when that happens. Grant, we can't hear you. Oh, wait, sorry. Did anyone get a chance to watch Graham's Diving with Turtles video? There's a turtle on that video that is at least 5 to 6 feet long. It's the biggest goddamn turtle I've ever seen. And the video ends when it gets all dirty. There's another one, and I was so bummed I couldn't capture it. I was watching this big turtle, right? I was holding this GoPro underwater with this GoPro stick. It's really cool. And then out of the corner of my eye, this big turtle comes right by me, and I was like, yeah! And I wish I would have got a shot of it. But I just I panicked and got out of there. So yes. Hello, Melissa. Hello, Nicole. Black Rock 44. The sound is not great. Oh. Huh. Well, let's see what we got here. All right, Kate, I'm going to give you a call. Because I don't know what's going on. Hey! So what's up with my mic? I'm talking to the mic. Wait, what? Yeah, it is. I can see that. I can see it on the soundboard when I snap. Okay. Okay, cool. All right. A bunch of people saying sounds good here. Okay, thank you. Okay, bye. All right, everybody. Atheist heathens, greetings. A little muffled. Let's see, maybe there's this issue. Oh, I know what it is. How about that? Is that a little bit better? Is that a little bit better? Sounds like ambient voice, not my mic. All right. Okay. There you go. Graham, don't make me laugh too hard. I just had surgery and it would hurt. Okay, I'll try not to. Show Shell some love. Let's read a super chat, everybody. Tony DeMeo, shave your knuckles for justice. What does Joe Biden's campaign have in common with Seinfeld? They're both about nothing. But it's the most diverse group of Wall Street, oil lobby, warmongering corporatists we've ever had. Come on. Don't be so critical of Joe Biden. Wait till he gets sworn in. Don't be so critical of Joe Biden. Wait till the general election. Don't be so critical of Joe Biden. Wait till the 2022 midterm. Don't be critical of Joe Biden. Wait till the 24 re-election. Don't be so critical of Joe Biden. Wait till the 2026 midterm. Don't be critical of the Democrats. We think about the Democrats. Errol. Can I shave my toes for justice? Yes, that's totally acceptable. We're also streaming live on the Rockfin. Thank you so much, everybody watching on the Rockfin. And Facebook Live, everybody. Vibrant Live. Oh, this smoothie's so good. Holy shit. It's so good. Smoothies are some magic. Smoothies are magic. It was a big kale smoothie. That's a paid big kale endorsement. Turtle smoothie. So let me bring up. There's something I wanted to show you. Because I talk a lot about surfing. And I talk a lot about, and in some ways, it's just a hobby or whatever. But there's more to it than that. And I want to show you, I'm going to do this segment. That's really cool, and I'll explain it. It's from Jerry Lopez, this very famous surfer. And it is important, muy importante. And I hope, so if you missed the interview I did Thursday with Rosie Tran, and so I've released all those clips from that interview have dropped, and also the full interview is available on Patreon at the $10 level, the $5, the audio at the $5 level, and is also available at Rockfin if you're a Rockfin premium member. But if money's tight, you can't afford those things, the interviews with Rosie Tran have all been dropped as clips, and then the full interview will drop for everybody on YouTube and Rockfin for free tomorrow on Monday if you missed it. So I would highly recommend watching it because we really talk about the Stablecoin Act. Someone just asked in the chat, Graham, have you forgotten about MMT? No, I have not forgotten about MMT. And I actually am going to, oh, you know what? Now that somebody reminded me of that, I'm going to email Fidel Kaboub in real time. Because I've talked to him months ago. We got to have you on the show. He's like, absolutely. Well, I have him back because he's great. I've had him on the show, but I really want to talk to him about about, you know, the MMT and Bitcoin and stuff, because we've been talking so much about Bitcoin, that I want to, I'm going to email him right now, because I really want to get what he thinks about all this printing of money, because that's a criticism of MMT, is, oh my God, you guys just want to print, you MMT guys just want to print all this money, print all this money. Well, the government has been doing that. The economy, it could be the thing that explodes the economy. So I want to talk to these experts about this. It's really, really cool. So I'm going to put that right now. Here we go. There we go. Just emailed Fidel Kaboom. Done. So I wanted you all to say that. Boom, 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 boom. And then got our subscribers up over 73,000 again, which is good to see. So make sure you're subscribed. So we've had some videos pop back up there. So all right, here we go. Let's do the segment. Lots about UFOs going right now. Have you ever seen one? I've never seen a UFO, not to my knowledge. I've seen lights in the sky. Maybe what was that? But I've never seen something like that. Looks like an unidentified flying object. I've never seen one. Did I get another haircut, Holly? No, I got this haircut like a week or so ago. It's staying nice and crisp and tight. Had some great surf videos yesterday. Haven't posted them yet. Got to go through, but man, there was some sweet surfing going down. You quit drinking. Good for you, Gamer for Life. Hello, Melissa H. Hello, everybody. Is Graham still selling tea? Right now, that's available at ZT. ZHITEA. I've been traveling, so my online store, I got to move that around. Or what's going to happen? So I talked to Jeffrey at ZT. They're slammed because of the holidays, which it's cool. So after the holidays, we're going to put my Vigilante Volume 3, The Dark Knight Rises, another flavored black tea, will be for sale. And you'll be able to buy all 3 volumes. Volume 1, which was the green tea. Volume 2, the Dark Knight, which was a flavored black tea. And so what we'll do we'll release volume 3. We'll do the same thing. There'll be just 50, first 50 tins will be labeled and are numbered, and you can buy those. And then when that runs out, you can just get regular tins or whatever. But then the other, we'll sell packages of volumes 1 and 2 and 3 all together. Volumes 1 and 2 won't be numbered because there was only 50 of those limited edition tins made, but you'll be able to get all 3 together if you want. But I will have more tea after. He's just swamped through the holidays, and it's all good, man. And then I've been working on. It's too much work, but I've been working on getting my online store back up. With some of you have asked, like, Graham, we want more political vigilante T-shirts and stuff. I'm working on that. So if Pat the Batman's fans here, maybe I'll reach out to him. There's a couple cool logos I wanted. I'm switching it because it's just too much work for me to I was, and when the pandemic first hit in March, I put everything, I made my online store, and so I was filling orders, and it was really wonderful. Many of you bought stuff. It helped keep me afloat when I lost all the tour dates, which was great. But now I'm just going to go to an on-demand model, and I have to then integrate that, have my web designer integrate that, and she's been kind of busy, so So I'm going to get all that. And as Kate said, it's probably better to wait till after the holidays so they have some business. Yeah, that was our thinking too, is like his tea business will drop off after the holidays. So I'll introduce my tea after the holidays, and I'll put all my merchandise and stuff for sale after the holidays. So if you want to wait, whatever, if money's tight, don't worry about it, or get people, it's hard for me to be like, buy shop for Christmas when I'm this huge socialist. It's like, don't participate in this capitalist machine. So the tea and some new cool logo, political vigilante, shave your knuckles for justice, merchandise will be for sale after the holidays. So, yeah, it's the best month to support somebody because it's the slowest time. It's also really great to support non-for-profits. I mean, obviously, I get it if you need to donate money for tax reasons before December 31st. I get that, but I know so many charities, especially the food banks and stuff like that, all the donations, the money, the volunteering, it all falls off after the holidays. So it's like, wait till January for all of it. So that's what we're going to do. Granny does love cold flavored tea. That is a fact. Oh. All right, there's a couple super chats I missed. Sorry, I missed a couple. Let me get to those. Sam Dane, what's up, Sam? Shake your knuckles down under, brother. Rotate them. Canada's immigration minister declared in 2012 that Santa Claus was indeed a Canadian citizen. That's true. I always thought Santa was North Polish. Sam. Outstanding buddy. Thank you so much. Tony DeMeo, shave your knuckles for justice. In the 1970s, San Francisco was the home of the gay rights movement. Now it's the home of gentrification and neoliberalism. I mean, it's what has happened in San Francisco is appalling. I mean, it's like my cousin, Jason Vanderford, who has the band Junk Parlor. He's jumped in the chat every once in a while. You've seen me wear that Junk Parlor t-shirt. He grew up in San Francisco, and he said, Graham, the soul of San Francisco is gone. I was there like a year and a half ago for a Julian Assange protest. It was like May of 2019. And I thought, oh man, we're gonna have this huge, there's gonna be thousands of people. And there was a couple, there was, I don't know, 80, 100 people that showed up, and there were some cool activists and organizers. But we marched through the streets of San Francisco and people were just like, huh, what? Like all these, it's like, it's a bummer. It's like the Silicon Valley people have jacked up all the prices. So all the regular, like the San Francisco activists types, they've had to move out. It's too expensive. So there's this huge disparity of this, all this expensive real estate, this really brutal homeless program population. Like it's really getting bad. And then the drugs hit the streets. I mean, it's a bummer. Like San Francisco is not the city of that anymore. So it's kind of time, as a lot of people have moved out of big cities, you know, and part of it's COVID, like we're working from home. Why are we spending all this money on big cities? Because you spend money on rent in a big city because big cities have all this cool shit to do. Well, all that shut down right now. And then, some of the protests and the riots and stuff freak some people out, which is understandable. But there's also some people who are like in LA, I talked to like Ron Placone and stuff, and he's like, man, we're staying. We're going to fight. We're going to like rebuild this city in this socialist image. And when you get somebody like Nithya Raman that gets on the city council, that was huge. Like Gascon, the new district attorney, look what he did. I mean, he's a former cop and a prosecutor and stuff, so I was a little leery. I mean, is he going to be that much better than Jackie Lacey? First thing he did was that ended cash bail and, stuff for minors. It was like 2 things out of the gate he did quickly that were like what people with, Black Lives Matter and other organizations have been really wanting. So again, it's why I talk about how important getting the local level, how big of a deal it is. And in some ways, it's more important than the federal level because, look, the ruling class is going to really block, not that it's impossible, but they're really going to prevent any real progressives getting involved on the federal level. But if you swarm them from the ground up, they can't rig every city council election. They just can't do it. They focus on the big things. And so, I mean, it's important. And it's a way to like take back our cities from the neoliberals, from the corporates, from the globalization, from the big tech companies, from the big industries that have bought and paid the developers. I mean, the developers of God, they've overtaken so many all look at all the neoliberal city councils, where all these so-called blue cities, Seattle, Portland, LA, San Francisco. I thought, wait a minute, Minneapolis. I thought these were all big liberal, hotbeds. No, they're just neoliberal corporate. It's rich liberals who want to sit in the suburbs and not be bothered by anything. Who think Obama was great. It's those types. And they're totally, the developers have gotten control. Well, I don't want to be bothered by it. Well, now the homeless problem is out of control because the developers are jacking up the rents. Well, I don't know. My home's appreciating in value. Kind of awesome for me. Like that's the attitude. So we got to get them out of there, and it's happening. All right. 342 people watching, ladies and gentlemen. We've got 194 likes. Let's get the likes over 200. Let's do that. And a great way to support the show is do what Tony DeMeo and Sabdine have done. Hit the little dollar icon button. If you hit that on YouTube, I will absolutely answer your question and you support the show. Also, if you're watching on Rockfin, there's a tip button. And if you put a couple bucks in the tip or whatever, I will answer whatever question you got. If you're watching on Facebook and you want to support the show, hit the like button, hit the share button. And then also, if you don't want to support the show those ways, you can do right now, go to Venmo at Graham-Elwood. And if you do that, I'll check Venmo right now. I've answered people's questions in Venmo, which is it's a cool thing to do. There's no fees on your end or my end to do Venmo. It's real clean. Wanchet, there no, boom. Shave your knuckles for justice. Thank you for supporting the show on Venmo, brother. I really appreciate it. There we go. Boom, boom, pow. Well, we all regret voting for Obama. Oh, God, I froze up. All right.
Well, we got it fixed, everybody. Oh, watch out. Start talking about putting socialists on a city council, and all of a sudden, oh, I get frozen. Isn't that weird? We need some copyright-free waiting room music. I don't know how to do that yet. I haven't really looked into it. I got to figure that out, but I don't know. Max D, Shaving Knuckles for Justice. Neighbor had to take out a loan to pay to renew liquor license for the bar she cannot open. USA. Oh, God. It's just unreal. I know. I'm just like these small business owners. And the problem is they're not going to survive this. Even if we open them back up or whatever, it's just there's so many small businesses that are just not going to survive this. And they're going to be bought up by the big chains. You like your little local restaurant, your little local bar? Oh, well, it's going to be a fucking TGA Fridays, come summertime, it's going to be a cheesecake factory, whatever. Yeah, Rockfin also has an app for iPhones, which is a great way to watch the show. Kate, hello, Kate, our moderator, Shave the Knuckles for Justice. Sign on the Kennedy. Oh, this is an expressway in Chicago. Signs on the Kennedy on a giant billboard. Rahm Emanuel sold us, and it said, "Support your local restaurant." Out order. How about the government do that? Sold us out, and it said, "Support your local restaurant." Out. Support your local restaurant. Order out. Right. Nice. That's cool. We need to nationalize the Fortune 500 countries. Yeah. Voted Stein in 2016. Voted Hawkins 2020. I'm with Graham. Dem exit. Absolutely correct. We got to just bail on them. Andrew Dwyer, what's up? Shave your Knuckles for Justice, Andrew. Has anyone seen John Ossoff and Pete in the same room? There's something they aren't telling us. I love a good conspiracy. Love it. Oh, Kate can help with the music. Great, Kate. We'll talk about that. We will talk about that. We'll have an after action meeting. That sounds corporate. We'll go to HR and have an action after meeting. It's funny. When people tell me, like, I've never had a regular job, so I don't know how any of that shit works. I've been a stand-up comic since I was 18. I worked for my buddy he worked for an AV company at this hotel when I moved to LA, and I was like a comedian. So I moved to LA and kind of took myself off the road to like take acting classes and to audition and to just perform in LA to get really known in show business. And it worked out. I got these game shows, I got a manager, but in the short term, I had to like have a job to pay the bills. And I couldn't really wait tables at night. Getting waiting jobs in LA in the 90s was tough because there's all these young actors. That might still be the case. And I didn't want to wait tables at night because I needed to be doing comedy. And so I would move furniture on the weekends. Every once in a while, I'd get a road gig. And then a buddy of mine he worked at this hotel setting up AV. Like a company would come in and rent a conference room at this nice hotel. And so I had to wear this shitty suit. And I met him in my acting class. He's a good friend of mine now. I've known him for years. He's one of my surf buddies. It's great. And so he was like, would work with you flexible. If you had an audition or whatever, he would like be flexible with your schedule. He understood that. And he jokingly says I was one of his worst employees because I don't know how to function in a regular world. I don't know how to do it. I don't know how to do it. I wouldn't know how to function in a regular job. I wouldn't know what to do. I mean, when I've had jobs like producing TV shows and stuff, it was cool. And I know how to like, talk to sponsors and big companies and get them to be involved in the production or be sponsors for that. Like when I produced the LA Podcast Festival, I know how to like talk business, whatever with them, but like go to an office and work. Even when I directed that Native American TV show, I'd go to the network studio, which would be cool, but I would just be in the edit room or talk to my buddy who ran the network. I didn't like have to deal with any of that sort of like regular office shit. I wouldn't know what to do with it. I really wouldn't. Melissa H., how are you? Shaving your knuckles for justice. One of my customers who ordered Obama's new book came back today and ordered Kamala's memoir. I really do despair sometimes, actually quite often. Are they older? Are they in their 40s or up? Because if they're in their 40s or up, I'm sort of like, oh, they might just be the lost cause. Because people under 40, people under 30 there's not as many of them buying the bullshit. Unfortunately, in their 40s and up, like Gen Xers, my generation and up, we were raised on regular TV and media, and they've just drank so much of that Kool-Aid, they just can't wean themselves off of it. So they're like, every time there's some new first person of color in Biden's cabinet announcement, they're always like, yeah. And it's like, yeah, but they were on Raytheon, or they took money from the oil lobby, or they're awful. They just, Bernie or guillotine 2020, shave your knuckles for justice. I don't have any pressing questions today. I just want to support my favorite cam boy channel. Now show them and satisfy my sick knuckle fetish. Boom. Are these knuckles? Look at them. Are these guns? Boom, 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 boom. My favorite cam boy channel. So this is just some sort of like hot turn on for you, this show. I never thought of myself as a cam boy channel, but maybe I am. Yeah, hot smoothies and vegan guns. Oh, yeah. Talk dirty to me. Oh, yeah. Medicare for all. Oh, that's so hot. Oh, my God. Oh, defund the police. That's so hot. I just want to take my shirt off and cut the military budget in half. You know what I mean? Just put massage oil all over my body while we forgive student debts. You know what I'm saying? Oh, yeah. Want to just go to the beach with me and just like rub suntan lotion on each other while we end all the wars? Does that sound hot to you? Yeah. How about that? How about we just like go play in a waterfall while we discuss a Green New Deal? That's so hot. Yeah, how about I just like do push-ups without a shirt on while we get housing for the homeless. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, this smoothie. One of the best I've ever made in my entire life. All right. Ooh, brain freeze. Secret to stopping a brain freeze, push your tongue on the roof of your mouth and rub it around. Graham could have been a new genre of porn. You getting out enough, Mr. Elwood? No, I'm in fact not. It's part of the problem. This quarantine shit driving me a little insane. Tony DeMeo, boom, shaving knuckles for justice. Did you hear the liked Biden audio or the leaked? No, I didn't. What is that? Oh, where is that? Kate, shaving knuckles for justice. Graham, you're lucky. If you have a problem, you are supposed to go to human resources. My friend is an HR person. HR is not there for employees. It's there to protect employees. It's not there for employees. It's there to protect employers. Yeah, no, you're right. I know. Yeah. Giant turtle wrangler. Thanks, Truth to Tweet. Yes, I'm a giant turtle wrangler. That was so crazy. It's the biggest fucking turtle I've ever seen in my life. So nuts. You tweeted me that Biden recording, Truth to Tweet. All right, let me find that right now. We have 270 likes, everybody. Let's get that over 300. Let me find that Biden recording. Okay, let me find that. 73,200 subscribers. It's good we're back over 73,000. We've gained back. We lost about 1,000. We've gained back about 300 or 400 now, which is good. So make sure you are subscribed. Boop, 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 boop. All right, let's find it now. Let's find it now. Let's find it, find it now. All right. It's hard. I get so many things. Do you send it to me directly? All right. All right, let's just find this. Is this the beat the living shit out of us over defund the police? Is that it? Ugh. they're so stupid. So dumb. I can't handle how dumb they are. Jason Milton, Shaver Knuckles for Justice. Boom, you're making Gotham great again. Look at the vegan guns. Look at them. Graham, what do you think about Elon Musk leaving California and moving to Texas because California taxes are too high for him? He also said California has too many homeless for him. Yeah, what an asshole. Too many homeless people, so I'm leaving. Oh, hey, rich billionaire Dick, you could end that problem. He could just say, wow, there's so many homeless people in California. I've made so much money in this state that I'm going to give back to the state. Instead, taxes are too high. You know, he's a punk piece of shit. We all thought he was cool because Tesla was awesome and he invented solar panels. And I was like, oh, yeah, he's a fucking another piece of shit billionaire. We'll coup who we want to coup. He joked on Twitter about starting a coup in Bolivia so he could get their minerals for his batteries. Fuck that guy. Yeah, $23 billion would end homelessness. Maybe that, I don't know how accurate that figure is, but he could end it for California. He's worth a couple $1 billion. He's not like Jeff Bezos, but he could end it in California. At very least, he could end it in the San Francisco area. Absolutely. He could absolutely just end it in San Francisco. Absolutely. He could absolutely end it. And not through some program, through a thing and a grant and a bill. Just say, no, I'm building these places, these decent, nice studio and 1-bedroom apartments. You know, even some 2-bedroom apartments for families. And we're getting them off the streets. We're getting them trained. We're getting them educated, whatever, job training, drug treatment. We're doing all of that. And we're going to get them back into society. And he could do that overnight. But he's a piece of shit. Yeah. Graham, what exercises do you do for your guns? I do yoga 3 days a week. Like, let's say I do yoga Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And after yoga, I do about 10, 15 minutes of different pull-ups and push-ups and dips. And I got a resistance bar. I got these J-Flex pull-up bar. It's amazing. It's like $100. They clamp into your doorway, but they're great. You do different grips. And then maybe I should do a workout video, and I just started learning this about, you do like whatever, let's say you can do 10 reps. The last 1 or 2 reps should be like stressing as much as you can, shaking, and then get it all the way and then quit. That's how you build muscle. And then of course, low carb, high protein, a lot of fresh fruits and vegetables, branch chain amino acids. So like Monday, and then after I do yoga, I'll do like chest and tris, and I'll do different chest exercises and different tricep exercises. And then Wednesday will be like back and biceps. And then Friday is like leg and shoulders. And then Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, and Sunday are usually some type of cardio, riding my bike. Obviously I do a lot of surfing or swimming. So like you alter every other day. One day is like weight training. Friday is legs and shoulders. Yeah. And then, so one day you're doing like weight training to build muscle. And then the next day you're doing cardio. It's just what I do. And then my knuckle exercises. Yes, I do a lot of knuckle shaving exercises that were created in an underground gymnasium somewhere outside of Gotham, if you know what I'm talking about. All right, let's do a segment. Yeah, Justin Jackson that Jimmy had on his show, it's awesome. He's been pretty that an NFL player is tweeting and coming out like that is big. It's really big. Cale Jones, what's up? You're making Gotham great again. Graham, is your core as strong as Chris Hayes? It's stronger. Not just my core, meaning my abdomen, but my core soul. My core integrity is stronger than Chris Hayes. Do you hear that, Chris Hayes? I challenge you to a plank off. That's right, bitch. I'll plank the shit out of you. All right, that's crazy. All right. Oh.
Because they are not seeing enough of the progress they thought they would have seen at this point. Let's not disappoint them, and let's not get to a...
Great. I will do a segment on that. Thank you, Truth to Tweet. Jesus. God, these people are horrible. In fact, we'll do that right now. We'll do that right now. We'll do that right now. Let's do that segment. Hot, fresh segment. Hot, fresh segment tonight. Tonight. Boom. Where is that segment? Where is it? We're going to find that segment, laddie. We're going to put it together. How are you? How are you, laddie? How are you, laddie? How are you, laddie? How are you, laddie? How are you? How are you doing, laddie? How are you, laddie? How are you doing, laddie? How are you doing? Are you doing well? How are you doing well, laddie? Let's get this segment ready today. All right, everybody, hit the like button. All right. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here's this segment. First of all, hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. We are at 311 likes. And hello, Mount Unit watching on Rockfin. Great way to support the show on Rockfin. There's a tip place, and I will answer your question. Just like on YouTube, there's the super chat, the dollar icon, which supports the show and what we do here. Okay. Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Elwood, and you are watching The Political Vigilante. Look at that rise up, just like my vegan guns. Comes up right at the same time. Oh, look at that. Vegan guns making Gotham great again. Boom, boom, boom. Well, we know how much the Democratic Party loves activists. Loves them so much. I'm going to show you in a second how much they love people that want to defund the police, how much Joe Biden loves millennials. They love them. So this leaked audio just came out. Not the leaked audio that was deliberately leaked of Joe Biden said that the Republicans, the GOP kicked our asses on defund the police. That's to say, hey, liberals, it's okay for you to keep shaming actual progressive lefties because this is why we won. And this is why liberals are suckers and why they actually get in the way of shit more than the conservatives do. Joe Biden and the Democratic Party didn't have the wherewithal or even desire to just all you got to do is re-explain what defund the police means. Just explain it. No, it doesn't mean getting rid of the cops. It means taking money. When you explain it, people go, oh, conservatives go, oh, cops go, yeah, I'm down with that. But they just, and they anyway. But this is who Joe Biden, this is more, I want to show you. So this was submitted to the show by a friend of the show, Truth to Tweet. Let's play this, folks.
A lot of people in our community are getting a little anxious because they are not seeing enough of the progress they thought they would have seen at this point. Let's not disappoint them, and let's not get to a place where voters in Georgia begin to second guess.
Okay, let me respond. I've got to go. Let me respond. There's a lot to respond to here. Let's get something straight. You shouldn't be disappointed. What I've done so far is more than anybody else has done this far. Okay, number one. Number two, I mean what I say when.
Wait a minute. Doesn't that sound like Donald Trump? First of all, I've done more than anybody. What have you done that's so great? We have a cabinet full of Republicans, full of people that get money from the oil lobby, work in the defense, Raytheon. I mean, people who have a history, a guy with the ties to Epstein. I mean, that's exactly how Trump talks. I'm the best. I'm number one. I've done everything the best. I've made America the best. I'm great. I'm number one. So that's just how old, rich, white assholes who have spent their lifetime in privilege talk. Shut up. I'm better than you. That's how Nancy Pelosi talks. And this is the other thing, the leaked audio. When Trump talks this way, the media attacks him. Oh, look at him. He's out of control. And some of that's fair. Some of that's fair because he won't listen to any reason. He won't accept any criticism, but neither is Biden.
Say it. I mean what I say when I say it. I'm the only person who's ever run on 3 platforms that I was told could not possibly win the election, and I never ceased from it. One was on restoring the soul of this country because of what I saw happen in Charlottesville.
Not a platform.
That was it. No one else was talking about it. The words of presidents matter. Nobody else, no progressive, was talking about it. I did.
No progressive was talking about that. What? Nobody. Bernie didn't talk about it. Tulsi, Mike Gravel, none of them talked about it. Not even fake progressive Liz Warren. They all talked about it. Me, number one. He just sounds like Trump. Joe Biden sounds like Trump. That's how Trump talks. Trump is a childish, narcissistic, crybaby jackass. There's Joe Biden, who also said nothing will fundamentally change. I'm not going to ban fracking. I've done everything more than I was the only one. He was the only one talking about Charlottesville. Oh, really? No progressive, no one. What are you talking about? But let's just be real clear, everybody. This is what this party and specifically Joe Biden think of you. He's been doing this the whole campaign, and the corporate media never called him out on this. They gave him a free pass. They called out Trump. He was good for ratings. But even remember in 2016, they cut away from a Bernie Sanders speech to an empty podium where Trump may arrive. They have never held Joe Biden accountable. You had to come to shows like this to watch. I showed this clip constantly throughout the Democratic primary. Nope. Wait a minute.
Okay.
The younger generation now tells me how tough things are. Give me a break. No. I have no empathy for it. Give me a break. No. I have no empathy for it. Give me a break.
You had to go online to find this. You had to come to this show and other independent shows on YouTube to find this. Rachel Maddow wasn't playing this on a loop saying this guy's an awful pick for the country. She wasn't doing that. She was just talking about Russia for 4 fucking years. She didn't talk about the environmental collapse for 4 years, did she? Did she talk about the war in Yemen for 4 years? No, she did not. Did she talk about all the money from the private prisons? Did she talk about this offensive video that Kamala Harris did?
Okay, so I say with all love and warmth that part of the concern also for people who are progressive thinking and liberal minded, or just progressive thinking in terms of just fix it, is that we all have these posters in our closet that is attached to a stick that we sometimes will card out when we're talking about criminal justice policy and those statistics that you first heard when we opened it up, incarceration. And we run around with these signs, build more schools, less jails. Build more schools, less jails. And we walk around everywhere. Build more schools. We protest. Build more schools, less jails.
Don't say we.
Put money into education, not prisons. There's a fundamental problem with that approach, in my opinion. And it's this. I agree with that conceptually. But you have not addressed the reason I have 3 padlocks on my front door.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. And this should have been on a loop. Chuck Todd wasn't tearing this video apart. Joy-Ann Reid wasn't tearing this video apart. Certainly they're too dumb to do it on Fox News. Tucker Carlson can't even tear this apart because they've got to take the All Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter, which, by the way, was just a protest. Trump supporters just got the cops, cops beat the shit out of some Trump supporters this past weekend. Oh, what happened to the Blue Lives Matter group? Anyway, separate story. She just addressed it. This doesn't address the fundamental problem. Why do I have 3 locks on my door? Yeah, it does. You just answered your own question. Because if we put more money into schools, you would not need to have 3 locks on your doors. If we took care of people's needs financially, education, it's something Bernie Sanders said in '94 when Joe Biden introduced the crime bill. Right? The fucking Democratic Party just hates you. They hate you. I've had to show this video numerous times and the Biden hating millennials video numerous times because nobody else shows it on the corporate media. This, by the way, she dropped out before Iowa. She ran out of money. Tulsi Gabbard kicked her ass by calling out her record of putting black people behind bars as Attorney General of the state of California. Joe Biden was a joke. He's propped up and pushed in there. And now he's saying no one's talked about, I was the only one talking about Charlottesville. Where are you? Where the fuck are you talking about? You delusional old man. That's how Trump talks. That's how Trump talks. I'm the best president ever for the black community. Trump said that. I'm better than any progressive. So first of all, Joe Biden's like, I'm not saying he's not a progressive, and we know he's not. But keep voting for him, guys. I keep showing you this video. Hopefully some new liberals will stumble onto this program and realize how much they've been sold down the river by the Democratic Party. Joe Biden, and I'm so tired of this. I was criticized. Graham, don't be critical. When Biden got the nomination, when Bernie quit, Bernie bailed on us. Let's be real clear. Bernie bailed on us. Tulsi bailed on us. AOC, the squad, they're not real progressive. They bailed on us. You cannot reform that party from within. Nina Turner's running again. Awesome. As a Democrat, good luck, Nina. Tell you what, Nina, you join she wins, if Nina Turner wins, I'll join a drug cartel and I'll try to reform the drug cartel from within. I'll try to get them to stop selling drugs and sell vegan smoothies instead. And she can try to reform the Democratic Party that hates progressives. Joe Biden just said it. And we'll see who does it first. Nina Turner, run as the People's Party. You spoke at the People's Party convention, run as the People's Party. Why do I say this? Because Malcolm X said this before I was born.
You're in a position to determine who go to the White House and who stay in the doghouse. You're the one who has that power. You can keep Johnson in Washington, D.C., or you can send him back to his Texas cotton patch. When you see this, you can see that the Negro vote is the key factor. And despite the fact that you are in a position to be the determining factor, what do you get out of it? The Democrats have been in Washington, D.C. only because of the Negro vote. They've been down there 4 years. And all other legislation they wanted to bring up, they brought it up and gotten it out of the way, and now they bring up you. And now they bring up you. You put them first and they put you last. Because you're a chump. The party that you bash controls 2/3 of the House of Representatives and the Senate, and still they can't keep their promise to you. Because you're a chump. Anytime you throw your weight behind a political party that controls 2/3 of the government, and that party can't keep the promise that it made to you during election time, and you're dumb enough to walk around continuing to identify yourself with that party, you're not only a chump, but you're a traitor to your race.
He was right then and he's right now. Let's listen to it one more time. Let's listen to it one more time.
A lot of people in our community are getting a little anxious because they are not seeing enough of the progress they thought they would have seen at this point. Let's not disappoint them, and let's not get to a place where voters in Georgia begin to second guess.
Okay, let me respond. I've got to go. Let me respond. There's a lot to respond to here. Let's get something straight. You shouldn't be disappointed. What I've done so far is more than anybody else has done this far. Okay? Number one. Number two, I mean what I say when I say it. I mean what I say when I say it. I'm the only person who's ever run on 3 platforms that I was told could not possibly win the election, and I never ceased from it. One was on restoring the soul of this country.
That's not a platform, Joe. Restoring the soul, that's just an emotion. A platform is Medicare for all. A platform is Green New Deal. A platform is, Johnson saying, his civil rights bill, I'm running on the civil rights bill. That's a platform. That's a platform. Single payer healthcare, that's a platform. That's a platform. Restoring the soul of this nation, that's not a platform. It's a platitude. You got the words mixed up, Joe. Maybe you're too busy sniffing a little kid's hair and you forgot what those words meant.
Because of what I saw happen in Charlottesville. That was it. No one else was talking about it.
Nobody.
The words of presidents matter. Nobody else, no progressive was talking about it. I did. Me, I'm a spoiled rich asshole. I give my son $50,000 a month and then get mad when people accuse me. He talks the same way that Donald Trump talks, the same way that Nancy Pelosi talks. Remember when Wolf Blitzer a couple weeks ago called her out and she was like, yeah, we do everything for the American people. It's like, no, you don't. There's no stimulus plan. Yes, we do. This is the party. And you stupid liberals, you're chumps. You're chumps. When I'm critical of him, you get mad at me. That is the definition of insanity. That's the definition of insanity. And that's a thing George Orwell talked about. When the truth is, I'm paraphrasing, but when the truth is bended and misconstrued so often that after a while, you get mad at the people that speak it. Joe Biden is a right-wing piece of shit. This is what rich Republican assholes who don't care about you. I thought Biden was going to ride in his White House and save us from the evils of Donald Trump. It sounds like business as usual. Shut up. A black man goes, hey, we're people in Georgia, we're getting antsy. Biden doesn't go, hey man,
I understand. Let me get sworn in, and this is what I'm going to do. These 3 things. He goes, I've had it. I'm right. I was number one. Oh, great. Just another different Trump. The lesser of 2 rapists is what I called Joe Biden early on. The lesser of 2 rapists. So believe all women except Tara Reid. That's what the liberals will have you believe. Graham, I thought you were liberal. I used to call myself that years ago. I am not. I am an anti-war, pro-labor, pro-environment socialist. The Democratic Party hates your guts, and so does the Republican Party. If you're a red state voter, they hate you. These 2 parties hate you. They hate you. They think you're stupid. They think you're dumb. And when Joe Biden gets, look what happened. So now all you folks who gave the vote any blue will do, giving your vote no matter what. I said a year ago, I'm going to vote for whoever they put against Trump. This is the guy. This is what happens. Had you said, nope, I'm not voting for the Democrat until you give us Medicare for all, until you defund the police, until you do all the end systemic racism and the private prison system, until you do those things, you don't get my vote. You know what they did in Los Angeles? They voted out Jackie Lacey, who was the district attorney that Black Lives Matter had been protesting outside of her office for 3 years. Her husband punched a member of Black Lives Matter. She would never prosecute cops, never hold the police, the LAPD accountable, ever, 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 ever. Oh, by the way, she's a Black woman. She was replaced by this guy, Gascon. First thing he did was got rid of cash bail. Because the city of LA said, they protested outside of her office. The biggest protest was the Wednesday after George Floyd was that normal. Every Wednesday they've been protesting, but the Wednesday after George Floyd was murdered, it was tens of thousands of people. And the people of LA said, we're done. We're done. And they voted her the fuck out. Had they said, don't vote her, just don't make waves, she would be saying shit like this. I can do whatever I want. They voted her out. She's gone. She's done. And Gascon better hold his end of the deal or he'll get his ass voted out. And he knows this. Joe Biden is like, I can do whatever the fuck I want. I can do whatever I want. I ran a shitty primary. I ran a shitty campaign. Bernie was kicking my ass, but we ended up cheating and winning anyway. I bombed the Middle East for 8 years and people think I'm the peace candidate. Me and Obama gave the banks $1 trillion and 6 million foreclosures happened. I can do whatever the fuck I want. I can do whatever the fuck I want. That's what happens when you give them their votes. Do you see this? Wow, Graham, you get so worked up. Yes, because I'm tired of watching you guys. You're chumps. You're chumps. Malcolm X said it. You're chumps. You're chumps. Thanks for watching the show, everybody. Like, share, and subscribe. And if you watch this video and you're like a big Democrat and this video and you're mad at me, there's the problem. You're mad at me. You should be mad at Joe Biden and the Democratic Party because they don't care about activists. And if you think, well, Graham, we need to don't be a centrism works. No. The Republican Party has gone so far to the right. They are fucking fascists. They're fascists. And the Democratic Party has followed them. The Democratic Party, centrism only benefits a handful of people, the ruling class. If everyone's doesn't want progressivism, why does 72% of Fox viewers want Medicare for all? Why did the state of Florida that voted for Trump overwhelmingly vote for $15 an hour minimum wage? Why did Mississippi, the reddest of all red states, vote for marijuana, to legalize marijuana and end Jim Crow laws? Why does 85% of people who consider themselves Democrats or liberals want Medicare for all, but these 2 parties can't have it? Why? I could ask these questions. Why did 26 of 30 26 of 30 candidates that were endorsed by the Democratic Socialists of America won? And all the corporate Democrats lost. The majority of that's why the Democratic Party lost seats in Congress. Explain that to me. Americans want progressive lefty policy. All these people that voted for Joe Biden, it wasn't because they loved Joe Biden. They just were done with Trump. But even with that, Trump still got 73 million votes. Wake up. Wake up. These 2 parties fucking hate you, man. They hate you. And you're a sucker if you think that they're on your team. They don't give a damn about you. They don't give a damn about you. Thanks for watching the show. I really hope you wake the fuck up. Boom. Boom. Thanks for sending that, Truth to Tweet. John Silver, shave your knuckles for justice. Biden, come on, man. You want me to go, the thing? Should have voted for the other Biden. The thing. Kamala Gulag Harris. You got that right. Watching on the Rockfin. Yeah, Lee Camp interviewed Tara Reid. I heard about that. That's good. Yep, that's what Lee said when we did Government Secrets. So Lee and I recorded Government Secrets on Thursday. If you missed it, it will drop Monday. The video will drop on my YouTube and Lee's YouTube, and the audio will drop on iTunes and Spotify and all that Monday. So that's please support that show in whatever way you consume it, be it audio or video. It's an hour-long show. It's a great long-form podcast. Hit the like button and go to iTunes and give it 5-star reviews, and all that shit helps. Let's do another segment. 390 likes. Let's get the like button. Jimmy Dore will be on shortly, and Helper is saying she is going to put it behind a paywall. I will let you know when he starts. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to be done here within the next 30 minutes. So, I'll be done by 3 o'clock or by 5 o'clock Pacific time. I'll be done in the next half hour. So if Jimmy goes live, I'll be done right around that time. I don't want to conflict with those folks. So let's do another segment. Let's do another hot, fresh segment. Just like my vegan guns. Look at that. Look at it. Look at the way, honestly, look at the way it catches the light. Just look at it. It's just gorgeous. I'm not bragging. I'm just saying that's what a beautiful vegan gun looks like in a tight shirt. Tight. I'm 87 years old, and look how good I am. Look at this. I'm 95 years old. I'm 114 years old, and look at this. Sam Dean, what's up, brother? Hello. How's everything down under? Idea. Could Granny Petrol shake her booty, shake her booty, shake. I think she could. I bet you Granny Petrol used to get down hard back in the day. You know what I'm saying? We're here for the karaoke. John Nada. What's up, Nada? Please interview Corey Morningstar. She's been on Whitney's Unlimited Hangout Premium. Okay, I don't know who that is, but let me know more about her. I always say that this has been effective. Someone I don't know. tweet them and me together and say, you guys should be on each other's show, and then we can follow each other, and then we can direct message you. That's worked in the past. It doesn't always work because people are busy or whatever, but that's worked in the past. You heard Granny Petrol loved lube parties? But Greta, we need to have oil lobby orgies. Oh. Granny Petrol used to bikini wrestle in crude oil. Once I turn 90, I'll be old enough to enter politics. Fantastic. You know Joe Biden can do more push-ups than you? Just ask him. Big Kale C and the Sunshine Band. Whitney Webb has receipts, man. If you think Whitney Webb pushes conspiracies, you need to do more research. She is excellent research. She doesn't just make conspiracies. It's just, whoa, I don't know. Whitney Webb is a rock solid investigative journalist, in my opinion. Where did it go, this segment that I built? I want to build a segment for your love. Find me the segment. Hello, segment. Hello. Hello. There it is. The segment, yeah, I hope you guys like the segment. It's a little different than what I do, but I'm trying to do more stuff. So anyway, here we go, kids. Hit the like button. Delicious glass of oil. It's a flavored green tea. It's a great iced tea. I love this new mic. I love it. I love it. Take a couple days off. I'm so fired up to get back in here. Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Elwood, and you are watching The Political Vigilante. Look at the justice being served up on some hot, fresh vegan guns. I started a new playlist called Ocean Fun, and it's got me surfing and snorkeling. There's a handful of videos on it now, but I'm going to be adding more to it. And I talk a lot, you know, if you come to my live streams that I do usually 4 or 5 days a week, I talk about how much I like surfing. And I talk about it, and I've done some other videos, why it's important for me. But it's about protecting the environment. And if you do anything outdoors, if you camp, cycle, whatever, hike, anything outside, ski, whatever, you should really want to protect the environment. But surfing for me, and I think whatever, even if you can't surf or don't want to, or you don't live near the ocean, or it's just not for you, being out in nature is important because it keeps you grounded, especially in this crazy world that we live in. COVID, all this stuff. And I try to take breaks from technology. Technology is great. It allows me to bring the show to you. I have viewers all over the world because of technology, which is great, but we need breaks. And I can't be on social media and looking at my screen and all that time. But why surfing is important to me is it helped me get over some PTSD when I came back in 2006 from my second comedy tour to Afghanistan. But I wasn't there in 04 and 06 and 07, but the 04 and 06 ones were really gnarly. And I saw war up close and how awful it was. That's why I'm a big anti-war advocate. And surfing, that summer of surfing really helped me. Like, it's a beautiful, wonderful thing. And being in the ocean, they've done studies that the negative ions in salt water physically pull, like stress lives in your body on a cellular level. Also, the color blue makes your brain more creative. And I've had great ideas on my surfboard about stuff. And also looking at the ocean, just looking at the ocean, staring at the ocean. Even if you go there in the morning or you go down to meditate, you watch a sunset or the water, it puts your brain in a meditative state. But there's even more to it than that. And I wanted to show you a video that was done by Jerry Lopez. Jerry Lopez is a really big, famous surfer from like the 70s and 80s. He's featured in a bunch of surf docs. A really good surf doc is called Riding Giants. It's about the history of big wave surfing, and it's amazing. I don't ride waves that big, never will. I think about 8 to 10 foot is the biggest surf I've ever been in, and that was pretty scary. I'm good with a chest high wave, catch some easy waves. But anyway, but I wanted to show this to you so you understand what surfing means to me, but also how to have like an approach to life, that I try to have balance in my life. I talk about doing yoga and eating healthy, and he's a big yoga practitioner. And so I just wanted to show this to you because part of the reason I'm making the surf videos and going out in the ocean is to give people a break. Here's a cool video to just kind of step back from all the, I talk about some very challenging things on this show. It's challenging for me to cover Epstein, climate collapse. It's challenging, but also it's a part of what I'm trying to do. What I think we're trying to do is build a community of people. Like when I say you're all political vigilantes, and get people more connected with themselves, with the earth, and with us as a community. And we're seeing this, as I talk about, since COVID-19, the federal government, the Republicans and the Democrats, Mitch McConnell, Nancy Pelosi, Trump, Biden, whatever, they don't give a damn about you. We're all on our own. It's like we got to work together. And so I really wanted to show this to give you an idea of why surfing isn't just some fun hobby. It's great to have hobbies. Hobbies are great. But why this is important. And I hope it connects with you in some way or another, even if you're not a surfer, even if you never want to surf or you're afraid of it or whatever, and how being in water and nature in general can help us have a better view of what life is about.
Wow. Thank you all so much for coming. This is so awesome to be here. It's been a long time, and it's kind of like coming home in a lot of ways. But I wanted to say something about waves. Waves, they're hard to ride. In the process of learning this demanding and often uncompromising activity, we can discover something extremely profound. And if there is more difficulty in seeing this forest through these trees, in time we do see in this experience of surfing that there are many very interesting parables about life. So while the waves of life may seem indeed more difficult to ride than the waves on the ocean, when we apply those lessons learned out in the surf, we sometimes can find, in a metaphorical sense, that easier paddle out, like hooking into that rip current that slides us smoothly through the closed out sets of day-to-day life, and maybe even gain that outside lineup, keeping our hair dry. So, I've been studying and practicing yoga for a long time, and I found that the state of samadhi, or enlightened consciousness, can be attained through a regular and dedicated practice of deeply focused meditation. Been a surfer for a long time too, and I truly believe that the focus necessary to surf successfully is also a state of deep meditation. So it just may be that we're onto something a lot deeper than we thought the first time we decided that surfing was going to be our life. So the waves of life are difficult and dangerous to ride, but they're our waves. These are waves we must ride, and we have to ride them on our own. No one can ride them for us. And in these waves, we encounter outside sets of doubt, shallow reefs of guilt, closed out sections of fear, with endless currents, rips, tide changes. We easily and often lose our way. You know, on our board too, I mean, that gets dinged, takes on water, delaminates, and frequently buckles when we least expect it, and usually when we need it the most. And if none of this lends itself to the development of a peaceful and happy state of mind, we need one to stay on the wave. Where do we find the balance and the direction, keep our feet on the board, stay ahead of the whitewater? You know, I'm speaking here in a figurative sense. I think you figured that out. But surfing and yoga teach us about living a life in harmony with nature. The most natural thing we do, the simple act of breathing, really becomes the foundation of our surfing and yoga practices. For many of us, every time we paddle out or come to our mats, this may be the only time we breathe the right way. You know, we were born knowing how to breathe properly, but along the way, life came along. We forgot. You know, that rapid, irregular, shallow mouth breathing takes the place of rhythmic, slow, deep breathing through our nose. And when we breathe correctly and concentrate on our breathing, we become aware of an increasing sense of mindfulness. And from this mindfulness, we begin to understand the value of being in the present. Mindful awareness and being present are all about paying attention. Our world has endless distractions. Losing focus is easy. Concentration and staying focused is hard. A large part of attention is being able to be in the moment, right here, right now. How easily we drift back to the past where nostalgia makes us sad, or we worry about the future and are too anxious to stay in the present. This moment is all there is. The past and the future only exist in this moment. I mean, think about that. If you weren't thinking about what's already happened or what hasn't even happened yet, where would they be? Only by thinking about them now makes them happen. So when we live in recollection and anticipation, we have a much less clear picture of the present. Staying present is really an excellent intention to set for ourselves before we paddle out, before we start a yoga session, before each day. Surfing and yoga mindfulness build a really solid foundation for our life. His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama was once asked what surprised him most about mankind, and he answered, man, because he sacrifices his health in order to make money, and then he sacrifices his money to regain his health. And he's so anxious about the future that he's not able to enjoy the present. The result being, he's not able to live in the present or the future. He lives as if he's never going to die, and then dies, having never really lived. The message here is that life is for living. So if you have the intention to try and live each moment to the fullest, even if you miss a few along the way, you're doing good.
That's why I surf. That's why I do yoga. And that's why I do this show. And I know covering stuff, there's times I get angry and frustrated. There's a lot of frustrating things in the world. I don't like seeing people suffer. I don't like the truth being hidden. I don't like corrupt people getting away with it. I don't like those things. But you also got to have a balance. I hope this video shed some light on who it is and what I do and why surfing and yoga and all that stuff's important to me. And thanks for taking the time to watch my show. Hope you have a great day. And shave your knuckles for justice. And ride away for truth. All right, that's the show, everybody. And that's why Biden and Harris don't surf. Absolutely. Yeah, you got to find peace within yourself. Because like surfing helped me get through coming back and seeing what war was really like. That summer of 2006, I just couldn't watch any more war. It's helped me get through really challenging things in my life. 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago, I had repressed memories of being abused as a kid come forward. And right around that time, my girlfriend of 2.5 years started doing drugs and became violent, and it was gnarly. And I was having a hard time with everything, but I got a great support system, and I would go to the beach, man. I go to surfing. And days when I didn't even want to keep living anymore, whatever, I'd go surfing and I'd see the ocean and the water and dolphins or whatever. And I want to keep going. Like he said, all that surf terminology he's saying, closeouts is just surf terminology. It's like a big wave that just collapses all at once. There's nothing really to ride, and you can get crushed on those and injured. And he talked about how surfing is just such a great teacher of life. When you paddle and catch a wave perfectly, it's amazing. You know? And you're totally in tune with nature. And so like it's helped me get through all this struggle, all this painful shit. And it's also some of the most amazing things I've ever experienced in my life. I went surfing yesterday. It was amazing. It was amazing. So, and I'll always live near the ocean. And as long as I'm physically and mentally able to, I will always surf. It's the most beautiful thing you ever experience in your life. It's the most beautiful thing. Progressive Shaver Knuckles for Justice. Shim Shay, any blue will do surfboard merch, Graham. That's so awesome. Yeah, that video makes me, it's emotional in a good way. There's nothing wrong with crying. I think you got to let it out. And just the beauty of what he's saying is so perfect. You know, and if you've ever had to deal with childhood trauma, it just comes up in the weirdest spots and you got to heal from it. You know, during the riot, I mean, like when all this shit went down in May and June, and when I saw Santa Monica go up for grabs, I was on the streets and the cop car almost ran me over and I had to punch a guy that was attacking me. Like all this shit went down and there was more, all this military on the streets of Santa Monica, which is, I saw more military. The last time I saw that much military is when I was in Iraq. And so I'd go to the beach and I'd surf. When everything was shut down, the beaches were kind of closed, I'd find a beach where I could surf. And through this 9 months or whatever of the pandemic and being pretty isolated, I always had my surf, always had my beaches, and I will always have that. Thanks for all the kind words in the Graham show. I laughed, I cried, I raged. It's because you're passionate. Did you live a life of passion? Then you had a great life. You laughed today, you cried today, you got mad at injustice, not mad at something ridiculous like, oh, somebody took my parking space, but you got mad at an injustice. You had the anger of that's not right. We need to help people. That's a great fucking day, man. That's a great day. Yep, all the more reason to fight for it when people like you might have at the beaches of the surfing because of, you know, climate change. That's why I fight so hard. Why it's so important, because I want to spend my life surfing and watching sunsets. Jake got 6, super. All right. John Silver, Graham, you ever watch Street Fight Radio? They're progressive and hilarious. No, I haven't. Thanks for recommending that to us. Cut a Phil, what's up? Shave Your Knuckles for Justice. I just listened to Tim Dillon interview Whitney Webb a few weeks ago, and it was really good. I think Tim would be a great for government secrets. Cool. Yeah, I've heard about Tim. I don't know him personally, but I've seen some of his stuff. Like a Bird by Nelly Furtado. You want Darien to sing that? Okay. I'm overly passionate. I'm sure you can't tell. Well, I can identify with that. The Star Trek Next Gen theme always makes me cry. That's so awesome. All right. Oh, have I watched The Endless Summer? Yes. I watched that movie in Costa Rica 2 years ago where Robert August lives. He makes surfboards down there, and he like commented on the movie while we were watching it. It's fucking awesome. And then I posted, this is like June or something of 2018, then a video of him of him shaping a surfboard, which is like an art. Oh, it's beautiful. I'm like, okay. I Am Like a Bird by Nelly Furtado as Darien. Here it comes, everybody.
Dawn Power Wash Dish Spray. Spray, wipe, rinse. Dawn Power Wash.
Ads. Okay. Hey guys, Darianne here. Just wanted to sing for you because it's like, I think we need more singing. You know what I mean? Like COVID-19 is really bad and we don't want a COVID-20. Like, I guess the first 18, I don't know. I didn't see them, but I guess they were like bad. And this one's even more gnarly. So like, let's just sing and be positive. And like, I love this song, like by Nelly Furtado. Oh my God, if I ever met her, we'd be like total besties. So like, I just think like thoughts and Nelly's. And, you know, hashtag Furtado blessings. So let's do this, guys, and just sing. We can all sing. It's amazing. Like, we all want to be like birds, right? Like, hashtag thoughts and birds. You know what I mean? Like, bird blessings, you guys. You're beautiful. Oh my God. Like, so for sure. Like, you're so beautiful. You're so amazing. You're never, ever going to fade. Like, your beauty is like always going to be there. Like, it's like, oh my God, you're like amazing. You're lovely, but it's not for sure. You know what I mean? That I won't ever change. You know what I mean? So my love is rare. It's totally rare. Yeah. I mean, like, it was so rare for Ryan. But my love is true. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, I am like a bird, always fly away. I don't know where my soul is. I don't know where my home is. Maybe all I need to do is be, I'm like a bird, I'll like totally fly away. Like, and I don't know where my soul is. I have to find my soul. Like, oh my God. One time my friend Sarah and I were like shopping and we were like looking for like these handbags that were amazing. But then that's like, I felt like it didn't connect to my soul. Do you know what I mean? Like thoughts and handbags. Even after all those years, and it pains me so much to tell. Like when Chad showed up and Ryan was there, I just was like, it was crazy. But you don't know me that well. And I was like, oh, my love is rare, you know? And but my love is true. It's so true. Like hashtag true love. Like, oh my God, like I am like a bird. I don't know where my soul is. I don't know where my home is. I am like a bird. I don't know where my soul is. I really can't stand it. It's a bummer. Oh my God. I hope she finds love. I don't want to just always be flying around like some bird that doesn't know like where its soul is. Like find your soul. Oh my God. Find your Chad. You know what I mean? Find whoever it is. Like I'm brave and Ryan and I are just hanging out. It's not like a thing. Everyone's like, oh my God, are you and Ryan back together? What happened to Chad? It's not that at all. Like we just totally have like a social distance like thing, like hanging out in the park and someone put it on Instagram and it was a big deal. But that's not what I'm talking about. So it's like we're all just friends. It's totally cool. We're not cheating. I just need to know that. So it's just I'm just scared. Yeah. Like, totally 3 yeahs. Hashtag 3 yeahs. Like, oh my God. I'm like a bird out of the fire. I don't know where my soul is. I don't know where my home is. I am like a bird out of the fire. I don't know where my soul is. I don't know where my home is. I'm like a bird on the fire. I was watching this like YouTube guy, like political grammar or whatever. He was watching it surf and he started crying. It was so sweet. I was like, oh my God. I've never surfed, but like, I remember Todd was like so into it. really strong. I'll serve, so I guess like I would totally try for that. You know what I mean? Like this would be a try, like talking to you guys. Whatever this guy, I don't know, someone asked in the chat, he was like your grandma Nancy, or you have a tea party or something, or whatever. But it was like, and he's really like showing it's like, oh my god, like whatever. So I only know where my heart is, you guys. Thank you so much, you guys. Stay safe. Be super kind to each other. Like totally nice. Like everyone's amazing. You're so great. Thoughts and so. Oh my god, an ad. These guys are always here, so we're gonna shut that down. Thanks, everyone. All right, folks. That's the show. By the way, all of the karaoke videos are exclusive at Rockfin. If you go to rockfin.com/Graham Elwood, you can sign up for Rockfin for free. All my videos that are on YouTube are also on Rockfin, but for $10 a month, you get access to all my premium videos, which is Rockfin and the live streams and the archive of all the stuff. And that is $10 a month, but that $10 a month gets access to everybody's premium content on Rockfin. So Lee Camp is starting to put stuff, Ron Placone, Convo Couch, Whitney Webb, Nico House, Kim Iverson, Jimmy Dore is putting stuff on there. Dave Anthony from the Dollop is starting to post stuff. So, and it's blockchain and cryptocurrency, and it's the future, and it's the future since YouTube, they don't censor us at Rockfin. I love it. So that's where we're at. Thanks, everybody. No worries. Yes, somebody put in the chat. Yes, I am single. I don't know why. I gotta fucking figure it out. But whatever. I want to make sure I got all the super chats. I think I did. We had 460 likes. That's really awesome. Thank you, everybody watching the show on Rockfin and on Facebook. Really appreciate it. Schultzy 100, the Love Boat voice of Bane. The Love Boat. Soon we'll be making another run. The Love Boat promises something for everyone. Set your course for adventure. Your mind on a new romance. Take control, Love Boat. Take control of your boat. And love won't hurt anymore. Come inside. We're an open door. And love, life's sweetest reward. Like the League of Shadows, I was born in it, molded by it. It's scary that I automatically knew the words to Love Boat. Like I just knew it. I grew up, that was Friday nights on ABC, baby. Love Boat, Fantasy Island, back to back. That was solid TV back then. I'd love life. I was kind of sounding like Sean Connery a little bit. My Bane kind of slipped into like, hello, Miss Moneypenny. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for supporting the show. I will be live tomorrow night, Rockfin Premium on Mondays, 8 o'clock Pacific time. If you want to do that, sign up for Rockfin. You go to rockfin.com/Graham Elwood. You sign up to be a premium member. You endorse my channel, and then so I get residual income, and any video of any content creator on Rockfin, they get paid. It's a great platform. Thank you so much. The plane. Have a great night, and I will see you on Rockfin tomorrow night. I go live 4 to 5 days a week, 2 to 3 clips a day drop every day, 15 to 20 clips a week. That don't stop, baby. Don't stop. Get it. Shave your knuckles for justice. Go.